Good morning.
Priority 1 message from Starfleet coming in on secured channel.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Call, your tech news for the day. And thanks to new followers there coming in just as I started the show. And thanks to Grelba, by the way, who tipped basically almost €7. Thanks for that. That's great. Yeah, priority 1 message coming in. Tech news today. Crazy morning again for me. I was on the radio this morning. An interview they recorded with me last week about my... just digging up something on the desk here. Oh my god. And now people are cheering. Slippers is cheering. The sarcasm cheer. Yeah, they recorded an interview with me and about their tax forms. And great, because the finance senator of Hamburg says they are working on the problem and they will be fixing it. They're guessing by 2021. Tax things are slow in Germany, but it looks like my little column has actually done something for the better. I mean, how amazing would that be if I can then say I changed the tax forms in Germany. Isn't that great? Yeah, Mega Slipper says 2021 agile. Yeah, it's the German tax office is not known for its agility. Anyway, let's get into the tech news. This morning, some security news. Security alert. If you have an iPhone, turn off FaceTime, because there is a bug where people can call you, and even before you pick up, they can hear you. Now, you'd be probably thinking like me, hey, I never use FaceTime. Yeah, the problem is it's before you pick up. Even if you don't use FaceTime, it's built into your iPhone, and they can hear you. You don't have to pick up. It's a pretty bad bug. Halifa says by 2021 we don't use computers anymore, so by 2035 they'll have developed an app. Yeah. That's it. That's how it works. 7 of 9 says the FaceTime bug is a feature, so you can check if the other person is in a helpless state. I'm always thinking for the emergency services there, 7 of 9. I don't know. Yeah, it's not a bug, it's a feature. This is bad. Apparently Apple has recognized the problem. They have taken group FaceTime offline. So 9 to 5 Mac says, I think they broke the story. They say, here's how to do the FaceTime bug. Start a FaceTime video call with an iPhone contact. Whilst the call is dialing, swipe up from the bottom of the screen and tap Add Person. Add your own phone number in the Add Person screen. You will then start a group FaceTime call, including yourself and the audio of the person you originally called, even if they haven't accepted the call yet. I guess this is why Apple took the groups feature off. I guess that has disabled it. I hope it has disabled it. I don't know. This is bad. This is really bad. Um, but you know, everybody has security vulnerabilities. Apple as well. I guess I'll better turn FaceTime off on this phone. Otherwise, people will hear what I'm saying here. No, that doesn't make any sense. I'm doing a live stream of this. Anyway, that's pretty much the big story at the moment. There hasn't much happened yesterday. It's been really quiet tech news wise, I guess. I was looking this morning and I could hardly find anything I found interesting. We have Brexit news because 7 of 9 says, deaktivieren Sie Gesichtszeit, ja. Ja, you should, Sie sollen die Gesichtszeit deaktivieren. Gesichtszeit. I guess that is the translation in German. Yes, Brexit news for everybody, for my friends in the UK. Hello, Slippers. Here's some Brexit news for you. So, the EU is saying if you do not have a postal address in Europe, in the EU, you will lose your .eu domain. There's no appeals process. You will just lose it. They had previously said that UK citizens will lose their .eu domain because that's only for EU citizens. But they hadn't said that like even EU citizens like me, if the domain is registered with a UK postal address, I guess that you could do that. Then you lose it too. So you better make sure you have an address in the European Union, or we will take away your domains, your EU domains from you. 7 of 9 says, what about bluepassports.eu? We have Slippers demands .rule Britannia. That would be cool. That would be even longer than .industries. This is hilarious. You could tell the EU is now playing hardball. Like, don't mind the food shortages, like the register says. It's not up there with looming food and medicine shortages, but it's still rather annoying. Oh man, this is great. In some bad news for space, peopleized space exploration. Register with another great headline. Studied hard, I trained for years. Yay, now I'm an astronaut in space. Arc leukemia. The University of Arizona, or the Universities of Arizona, of Houston, and the Louisiana State University have teamed up and did some blood tests with astronauts. And they figured out that if you in space for longer than 6 months, this does significantly impair the levels of NK cells in your blood. This is a white blood cell, which is integral to one part of the human immune system. They are cells that will fight viruses, but also tumors. They basically attach themselves to the cell and initiate apoptosis. They kill the unwanted cell, or the virus, or the cell that's infected with the virus, or like a tumor cell. And it says the blood samples were taken before, during, and after the astronauts' stay on the orbiting science lab, i.e. the ISS. Each batch of NK cells were pitted against leukemia disease cells in a series of lab experiments, and the researchers watched the two groups duke it out. They found that by the time crew members had spent 90 days in space, the activity of their NK cells had reduced by approximately 50% and were less effective at fighting off cancerous cells. Now, you'd think this isn't so bad because they're in space, they're in a spaceship, they won't really get sick. There are really no other, like, the only other people are the astronauts themselves. There are no other people that could infect them. But the scientists were saying that this is a problem, especially in space, because it is a very sterile environment, and the danger is not other communal diseases that you catch, but your own, like, viruses you have in your body There's just some certain kind of, cold sores, like herpes, viruses, stuff like that, that is in your body that your immune system has to fight when they break out. Also, a big problem, cancer, because radiation in space is there's lots of radiation that will hit your cells, that'll create mutation, that'll create cancer, and you really want your immune system to be up to scratch. So yeah, not bad. Pretty bad. So is the register here pointing out that people planning, like, thinking about going to Mars. Mission to Mars could take up to 3 years, and there's also other problems that have been reported in studies. Muscle back problems, long-term brain damage, and deformed eyes. Apparently, your eyes deform when you're in space. So there's lots of effects of microgravity that I guess we don't know yet. 709 says James Holden laughs at this. Yeah, James Holden is not. I mean, he's way beyond worrying about cancer, isn't he? I mean, after that radiation damage. 709 says that moment when your inner communism surfaces halfway to Mars. Oh God, I love this. I love my community here. You're crazy, which I like. I guess I won't be playing Metro Exodus, the newest installment in the Metro series. It's a Russian first-person shooter, post-apocalyptic, right down my alley. I own all the Metro games. I haven't really played them. They're one of the games I looked into them, but they're like, I haven't really gotten into them. They're on my list of stuff I really want to enjoy sometime, and I need time. But I guess I won't be playing Metro Exodus, which is coming out on the 15th. I haven't said what day it is today, didn't I? This is morning call for the 29th, Tuesday, the 29th of January. So next month, Metro Exodus will come out. And I won't be playing it, I guess, because it was you could buy it on Steam, but in a move that PC Gamer calls Epic declaring war on Steam, which I guess is kind of fitting. Epic, who now has their own game store and is really going toe to toe with Steam, has pulled Metro. You can't buy it on Steam anymore. If you bought it until now, you will get the game. You will get all DLCs, but no new. You can't buy it anymore. You have to go to the Epic Game Store, which I'm not gonna do. I mean, I own my whole gaming library is in Steam. I'm on record of saying, I know this, it's probably bad, but like I if a game is not on Steam, I don't know, it's on my computer. I have to like before Elite was in Steam and I was playing Elite all the time, I still had to have like a shortcut. I have to have a shortcut in Steam, otherwise I won't realize that the game is there. And I had actually, I think at some point I wanted to pre-order Metro Exodus, but I didn't